Judge Fine has denied the state's motion for protective order and said they lied about it being part of an open investigation. Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah, who he allegedly FaceTimed minutes after the murder, was arrested re-entering the country. Melly's ex-girlfriend getting arrested is not good for him. Remember, this is the witness that he got witness tampering charges for relaying that coded language from Bortland to her. And I'm going to show you some interview clips that are a little sus later in this video, so stick around for this full video. Let's go, boys. Hit subscribe. All right, here we go. Order denying state's motion for protective order and order detailing in-camera review of the Apple iCloud search warrant. The court having conducted an in-camera review of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding attorney Raven Liberty, as well as the state's motion for protective order, makes the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. On January 7, 2025, this court ordered the state to produce a copy of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding attorney Liberty for in-camera review. On January 14th, the state produced a redacted and unredacted copy of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding attorney Raven Liberty for in-camera review. On the 14th, the state filed a motion for protective order. Remember, the state was saying in their protective order that there was an ongoing investigation and they didn't want to give over the entire search warrant. Even though the judge ordered that they have to, they said they didn't want to impede on the ongoing investigation. After reviewing the redacted search warrant, unredacted search warrant, the state's motion for protective order, including all the authorities cited therein, this court makes the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. The search warrant was issued on December 13, 2023. The state has been in possession of the information produced as a result of the search warrant for over 1 year. The state moves this court to issue a protective order and argue the search warrant is part of an ongoing active investigation. This court does not agree that the search warrant is part of the ongoing active investigation. In support of this conclusion, this court notes, which states, criminal investigative information shall be considered active as long as it is related to an ongoing investigation which is continuing with a reasonable, good faith anticipation of securing an arrest or prosecution in the foreseeable future. So the judge is disagreeing with the state here and saying that they lied. This isn't part of an ongoing investigation and you need to turn over the search warrant. Shady tactics from the state here once again. This court further notes that attorney Liberty has not been arrested, nor is she the defendant in any pending prosecution, despite the fact that the state has been in possession of the information produced as a result of the search warrant for over 1 year. The court also notes the state continues to seek the imposition of the death penalty against the defendant in the present case. The sole purpose of this court's order, January 7th, compelling the state to disclose the search warrant, was to provide information to the defendant so that he may choose to continue with attorney Liberty as counsel or choose to have attorney Liberty withdraw based on a conflict of interest, which makes sense. The judge is clearly trying to keep this case together and not violate Melly's rights on accident anyway. I mean, the guy's fucking lawyer is being investigated by the people that he's going up against in trial, dude. They were able to see her entire iPhone Apple iCloud account, a defense lawyer's. I still can't believe this is real. I thought this case was going to be over by now, dude. I started covering this case in 2018, bro. This court finds the defendant's need to review a complete unredacted copy of the search warrant far outweighs any state interest in limiting the full disclosure of the search warrant. Take that fucking L. Therefore, based on the foregoing, the state's motion for protective order is denied. The state's request to limit the full disclosure of the search warrant is also denied. This court shall make an unredacted full copy of the search warrant available to all counsel on Friday, February 7th, to allow the state to seek appellate relief from this court if they choose so. Oh no. Don't do that. Oh no. Knowing this prosecution team, who has already appealed something that was pointless already and delayed this trial a whole year, they're going to probably appeal this too. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. And he just basically gave them the fucking idea to do it. The state has the right to appeal this order within 10 days of the rendition of this order. Oh no. Please, God, no. No more appeals in this fucking case, dude. Shout out Bryson Paul on Twitter, great reporter on the Melly stuff. He tweeted that Mariah Hamilton, the daughter of state's witness Felicia Holmes, was arrested while re-entering the country on Sunday, January 26. She's been booked and detained in Miami-Dade County. She expected not to receive bond as a warrant was already issued for her during the first trial. Hamilton expected to be questioned about claims of witness tampering and whereabouts. And here's her mugshot and her booking and everything. So this is not good for Melly, because this is the girlfriend that he allegedly FaceTimed within minutes or an hour after the murder, like closely after the murder, while he was still allegedly walking through the woods and waiting to be picked up by Fredo Bang or whatever when he was like FaceTiming her in the bushes. And Mariah's mom overheard this phone call, and that's how the police even know this phone call happened at first, because she told the police, like, I think that night or the next day. So this is a huge witness for the state because, I mean, it's his girlfriend, and he also allegedly admitted to her some things. So here's Felicia Holmes right here, Mariah's mother. Remember, she was not a very happy witness on the stand in the first trial. This is what happened in the first trial. Let's watch this.
Did you have an opportunity to read the statement you gave in 2018?
I read the statement.
Okay.
I don't recall, I don't remember anything from that statement, but I do remember my deposition from.
So she gave a statement in 2018 to the police that she overheard this FaceTime call between Mariah and Melly.
The deposition, that would have been 6 months ago?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go and when you spoke, you remember speaking with law enforcement in December of 2018?
I remember speaking with them, but I don't remember what they look like. I don't remember their names, but I do remember talking to someone.
Okay, so Ms. Holmes, I want to ask you, were you honest and truthful with law enforcement when you spoke with them?
I would hope so. I mean, it was 2018. I went through a lot during that year, so I'm not sure where my mindset was at that time.
Did you lie to law enforcement?
I would hope not. I don't remember what I said back. It was like 5 years ago.
Oh, of course. I understand it's been a long time. So in terms of the time frame, that was closer in time to the incident of October 26th of 2018?
If that's where you guys are saying it is.
You don't even remember?
I don't remember. Like I said, 2018 was a very hard year for me. My husband just went to prison. My father died. I had a lot going on, so I was really out of it.
Okay. And in terms of your conversations with the police officers that morning?
Yes. I do remember that they kind of bullied me and threatened my daughter to take her to jail for accessory after the fact. I do remember that.
Apparently the police officers showed up to their house and was like kind of being really pushy to find out information. And I think it was Detective Moretti. We all remember Detective Moretti, right? There's Detective Moretti. Remember, he's got some shady tactics.
And in terms of the statements that you made about what happened, you don't have any recollection of that. Did you read this statement multiple times?
I looked at it and I just didn't recall it, and
Do you believe that? Do you think she doesn't remember a statement she gave to the police 5 years prior? I know it's a long time, but like majority of people would remember talking to the police and this big whole situation about a double murder of her daughter's boyfriend.
And so you indicated you hoped you were truthful with law enforcement.
yes, I did.
I have to ask you to be more definitive. Were you truthful?
I don't remember what I said to them back then, so if I was to tell you something now, I could be lying. I don't want to lie on the stand because you're going to take me to jail. So I'm saying what you want me to say.
I do not want you to say anything. I want you to tell the truth.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, Ms. Holmes, with regards to that day, did you lie to law enforcement?
I
just asked and answered. Excuse me. Overruled.
So clearly Felicia is not being a cooperative witness for the state there, and she's acting like she doesn't remember. And she might not remember. We don't know. But
why we haven't seen you or heard from you?
You guys haven't seen or heard from me because I'm currently wanted.
I'm currently wanted. Who remembers this interview? She's being interviewed while there's a warrant for arrest to be a witness in the first trial. And she didn't get caught until just now. And this is a year and a half ago.
I've tried to get the warrant lifted plenty of times. But it's just been like a constant battle with my lawyer and the prosecutor. So I just been, laying low trying to get the warrant lifted before I could even come in and, speak my part.
Let's talk about that. So, and by the way, you are in your lawyer's office.
I was in shock. I was in disbelief. I didn't think it was true. I thought it wasn't true at all. Until I actually came down there and found out about it.
Who told you, or how'd you find out?
Can you answer that question?
Well, the police are the ones that really told you the story.
Huh?
It was the police who told you about the incident, I think.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
The way she just answered that, who told you about the murders? And she answered it like that when the prosecution says it was Melly that told her on the phone, pretty much, in the woods, running and hiding, waiting to get picked up. Was that not the sketchiest answer ever?
I found out through the police, yeah.
They came to you and told you. And what was your reaction? Were you just shocked? Did you break down into tears? Did you say, what's happening?
Yeah, I was crying. I was terrified. I was scared. I was scared for everybody in the situation.
There's been a lot of back and forth that he had communicated to you about it and said that he was there, that it was a drive-by. Is that not true?
No.
wait a second. Mariah, Mariah's position, Jesse.
Now her lawyer's coming in because they know these are the big questions here. Oh man, it's so weird.
She was never told by either Melly or Portland about the incident itself. She did learn about it, but she never had any conversation with either of those two individuals about the actual incident, anything that happened that night. So the questions you're asking, I know everyone wants to know the answer to those questions, but I think that's what she's going to tell you, and no matter how many times you ask her that.
Well, I only asked her one time, so I'm just curious if she says she didn't know anything about it, she didn't speak to him. I mean, I'm sure Mariah can tell me that, but I'm just curious. Okay.
Well, I want her to tell you herself, but I don't want this to turn into an if she tells you she doesn't know, she doesn't know, and it's not going to help to.
Why did she do this interview? This interview was so fucking dumb to do. I mean, the way her lawyers butt in and the way she answers is so suspect to me. It's not a surprise to me that they didn't lift this warrant. Like, this is a double murder trial, bro. And you're a witness that apparently was FaceTimed within minutes of this murder. You're going to be called as a witness, bro. And you're going to be subpoenaed. And now she's arrested.
Concerning the night, with what I have going on with the situation, I don't feel comfortable speaking on the situation from that night.
Because I just want to be done with that family. I don't want anything else to do with those people. Like, my life has changed tremendously. I don't ever want to see them again. Like, I'm just over and done with it.
Remember, she had an ankle monitor on for like 2 years because of this whole situation, and she lost her job over it, apparently, just being a witness on this case. Bryce and Paul got a statement from Mariah's lawyer. A bench warrant was never issued for Hamilton's absence in the first trial, and she has not been quote-unquote hiding. Why'd she say that in the fucking interview that she was wanted? Mariah and her mother, Felicia, were to be deposed, but no one could serve them. The state filed a rule to show cause, appealed because they never served Hamilton or Holmes. Rather, they posted a subpoena at the house of Mariah's father, a house where neither Felicia nor Mariah lived. Mariah's out-of-country warrant is based on Christine Bradley's filed motion for rules to show cause with the 4th District Court during COVID-19. The show of cause motion is for the need of Hamilton to be deposed for YNW Melly's capital murder case. The warrant she is being held on has nothing to do with witness tampering. Oh no. So they want to depose her, obviously. This is not good for Melly, dude. Like, her getting arrested and now she has to be deposed. Like, this is just definitely not good. While named in the documents, Mariah Hamilton is not a suspect in the witness tampering case. She is the witness they allege being tampered with. Remember, Melly put a note under the fucking door saying, keep ASAP Rocky's baby mama in the Maybach, which was code language apparently for Riri, her name, her nickname. Keep her away from the police. Don't let her talk to the police. Hamilton's attorney told her that she wouldn't have an issue leaving the country with an active warrant. It is when she re-entered the country that her warrant would be alerted and she was booked and detained. I mean, why the fuck would you leave the country with a warrant, dude? Even if my lawyer told me that. It's so stupid. That's pretty much it for the updates. Comment down below what you guys think. Hit subscribe. I love you guys. Peace out.